Time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent daily playing at the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. I don't know why, because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to wine, because it's back to the rhymes. All right. Let me go through the list. I got this one today. Number one, YouTube channel. So that's where a lot of the action is. And by the way, I don't have that's okay. This is Good Ear Productions coming at you. YouTube channel, number of things happening. For one, content-wise. Okay, let's start with quality of the content, video quality, audio. So audio quality, I purchased an interface from the Trader Musician on Roosevelt and Ravenna, good folks. Thankfully, they had a used interface. I tried it. You saw the picture of the microphone. That wasn't going to work. So I needed an interface to connect the microphone to the computer. Also, I'm told I need to download, I guess. How would you say it? I need to get a recording program, Audacity. So when they suggested a free recording software, Audacity, which maybe that's what we recorded with Luke to make the album. So that's more not so much for making YouTube channels. That's going to be for what I guess I'm going to call that. And now back to the 80s. That's what I want to call that, because I can use the same header somewhat. So for getting it's a lot. It's kind of technical. I just need to wait till Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, then it'll be in my possession. I don't mind. I'm not in a hurry. It's overwhelming. I have this week off. I could maybe deal with it a little bit, but I'm still working on other stuff. But that's the progress for the sound for the YouTube channel. In addition to making and now back to the 80s live event happen at Pasta Legata, which good folks over there. I came in second place on the March Madness tournament. Happy to report. So that's, in a way, that's money I could put. It's a $25 come up basically. And I could put a little bit towards music. I mean, that's all. It's going to go back into their business, but it's all good. I'm very, very thankful. That's that. So also, I'm gonna talking to a couple others. I got Kiefer. Talk to him. What are we gonna do exactly? I'm not sure. He's got a rap, and he's got a friend who's maybe working on producing. We have Bo who's producing. So I have some ideas what we can do. That's probably a little bit down the road. I probably want to. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. Also, for the YouTube channel, and it goes under the general heading of YouTube channel, but it could be its own category. That Tarps Intense Tour. This is another oh man. We're trying to keep things very basic, just like the And Now Back to the 80s. Not trying to overwhelm myself, do more than I can handle, just basic. So what I can see myself being able to handle at this point is we got Brian, that's Prana Cuts on Aurora. Good man right there doing it. He's I like him. because he does things a little outside, a little on the edges there. You know, he's challenging some things, and I appreciate that from him. So he's got the little karaoke box, and we're gonna go down to Green Lake. I just want to go down there where the tarps and where the tents are. We're gonna go down to where the tarps and where the tents are, and we're just gonna bring something and see what we can do. We ought to scope it out, because what I thought is, and I don't think we can live stream it there, but an actual concert. We might have to record it and then upload it to YouTube here. But what I'm thinking, if we got me rapping, we have Kiefer rapping, Bo rapping, and we can have Brian says he doesn't want to. I think we can get him to rap. You saw this. I'm coming back to it, but we got this fella here, Sire One's rapping. I got Ryan, his name's posted over here rapping. I could think of anybody else. Stress Coast. I mean, there's a lot of people, and all of a sudden, it's just taking time to get some people that rap. I don't want it to just be me. Absolutely not. The more strength in numbers, you know what I mean? So we'll see what we can do. But that's the beginning stages of this Tarps and Tents tour is to go with Brian. He mentioned it to me. How's it coming along? Thank you, Brian, because that's nice. I'll meet you halfway. You meet me halfway, and we'll go scout it out. He's organized events before. He's done things, and he can rap. He absolutely should. And we can. We'll just see what happens. All right. So I think that's enough for the YouTube channel. One other thing. No, I want to bring this up. So No Hope, I did a check. That's at 541 views. Alex, that's another project. My former coworker, we're working on songs. I had a week off. I'm going to see him undoubtedly. He gave me all those flyers. He printed out 1,000, gave me 500. And I mean, no one's done a single thing for that No Hope for the longest time. And it's got another additional 30 views, and I haven't done anything. So that's pretty cool. Trump's Gonna Thump. It's getting a few views. It's up to 378 views. Kiefer saying they're checking out. Thank you, bro. Just like, I'm talking to him. I want to collaborate with somebody. I put $400 or $500 into this Trump song. Yes, it could blow up, but if nothing happens, it's just money going in, And so for Dale, thankfully, he came around and he supports Trump big time, which it didn't start out like that. This is incredible, because he started out, he wasn't really a huge fan, but he's forced into it, which I'm really happy about, of course. But I want to collaborate. You bring what you have, I bring what I have, and maybe we'll pool our resources. But if it's me and just paying for you, it's not as good. I'm happy to be off almost to the side. I mean, like I said, my resources of time and money are very limited, and I'm not where I want to be with the number 6 yet. So I'm just gonna do it a little bit incrementally. Like doing something like this doesn't cost any money, right? It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of, I still have to sit down and do this. And it's just as easy not to do it, but I'm committed to doing it. And it's nice to have the update, and I got to create. Bread of Bread, Volume 13. You saw it. Look at how beautiful that is. Thank you, Lord. That's the victory of the month, maybe the quarter, possibly. Here's the back, Sire 1. So the front is 2-6. Aaron. The back, that's Sire 1. Let me see. I got to get it so you can see. I'm going to have that as my thumbnail next week. I got to shine on that. I got some I could take it out, but that's okay. That's Aaron right there. See how nice? And if I open it, I want to use this as another. You can see These are the artists in this right there. And it's just a blank CD, burnt CD. So it's beautiful. I'm so happy. That's my 13th compilation CD I've made over since, man, going back probably maybe 15 years or so making these. You know, it's been slower. I haven't been able to go to pawn shops, CD shops, thrift stores to get to listen to music. Thinking ahead, I can think of about 3, 4 songs. I'll always put an old 95 or older song on one of these, and I could think of like 2 other songs if I could track those down, and then that's the beginning of the next compilation CD. But I need the time. I mean, if somebody knows of stuff that, you never know. My tastes are what they are. My threshold for quality, turn up the volume music it's hard to meet in some ways. Not necessarily, but I know what I'm looking for, what it's got to be. I got to get a better player, man. I can't hear it very loud on my home stereo. My CD player is just not pumping it up the way I want it to. So I'm probably talking to Brian when we go to the park. We're going to play it there loud, or at his barber shop. I got to hear it loud. I'm not happy, and he'll get to hear it. So rules of engagement. And as far as the park, we're not selling anything there, so I guess we can do whatever. Tarps and tents. Number 5, you will be glorified. Church met Easter, and we haven't gone yet. It's very there's not any hugging going on, so it's not really church, is it? You can't shake hands and hug. I mean, kind of church. Number 6, Bellevue Ballers. That's what it's going to take to really up this music. Got to get that rocking. My Reformation music video, I was talking to Keeper, but he's talking about creating a new video, and that's probably right. As far as finishing this project, I saw Mike for a second today. I wasn't ready to talk to him on Zoom, but could have, maybe. Might have been a good idea, but. And now music. So when I go see Keeper, I don't know what their studio is going to say. I should get the name of the studio up there in Everett. I think it's 112th exit. And now Back to the Rhines would be my first song of choice. Also had an idea, country music they like. Long Live, number 1, right there, Florida Georgia line, made it. So happy. What a song. T-shirt. The girls in the guy's T-shirt. They don't have that for rap yet, and I don't know. It's going to do a little research. Where does that come from? I forgot to do a little research before I did this for my stuff. I forgot. I just messed that up. So anyway, and let me finally report School Us album sales. There are 2 songs on here. I don't have a CD here. But the last 2 songs, number 9 is track number 2 on that 21st Century Enter, and number 10, My Reformation, is track number 3 on that. It's kind of a way to get some more exposure for those songs in a mix. So, and like I said, it meets the standard, both those songs for me, no problem. And so I want to thank Leo on my route, and what's up to Hannah. Thank you for supporting Goodyear Productions, Mike Dynamic. Much love. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you think your mailman's okay at rapping. Hopefully. All right. Current events. I don't pay too much attention to current events lately because they're all kind of the same. The whole baseball moving thing, I could talk about that a little bit, but whatever. I kind of don't care. I'm so tired of it, and it's like, whatever. Do whatever you're going to do. You're going to move the game, move it. You're going to do whatever. It just wears you out, People they haven't, and that's no joke, and that's how they roll. those forces that want to take down this country have an insatiable appetite for doing it. They have an unlimited. It's what they wake up for in the morning. It's what they go to sleep thinking back of what a day it was at night, and it's what they dream about when they're asleep. So let me do this wrap. Like I said, I kind of made a little mistake. I'm going off on this in the sense that I got a lot of ideas and material for this subject. I've probably been holding it back for many, 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 many years, and it's kind of come to a head with this Black Lives Matter stuff. But there's all kinds of it. I mean, I'm at Mod Pizza. Anyone want to guess where they're coming from? I mean, it's the safe political play. It's a safe. I mean, if you're a corporation, the safe thing to do is to say you hate yourself. We're talking about social equality, or we stand for social justice or equality on their pizza shirt. Okay. This company is the standard bearer. They're from Seattle. I'd say for hot new franchises around the country. I mean, you think back to Jimmy John's maybe a few years back, and I mean, nothing comes to mind. I mean, a lot of the Pizza Hut in this market, Pizza Hut's not strong, and Papa John's is not strong. And there's this huge vacuum, and they've ate it up. Ate the pizza, you know. They've taken it up. So are we to assume that this wonderful, incredible, explosive company, real success story, you know, they're breaking it in? Of course. Why wouldn't they? That's what you want. You know, it's kind of like, isn't that kind of your dream that I've wanted to have a pizza place for years. I worked at 13, 14 of them. That's like they're living the pizza small business owner's dream, that you come up with an idea and take off and you can franchise it, and it's all over the country in that short of a time. Kind of like how Papa John's popped up all over the place. But they've got a real good business model. At the same time, they got to play their little game. It is what it is. I'm getting back to the rhymes. The pizza's good, though. It's good. I'm happy with it. It's the signs. Don't you know it's the signs? All it does is bring me sighs and ask a lot of why oh whys. I look at this crude attempt at substitute change. Time is spent. Change it up here, Mike. I light my load. You're the enlightened one. You got to pick up the slack for the frightened one. It's you who know what to do to the rescue. Save the likes of me from me and my destiny of existing in the dark with your warmth, with the heart. You with the warmth, you with the heart. It's not the signs. It's not signs a la carte. It's signs de jour. Black Lives Matter signs matter. It's not about lifting others. It's about picking colors. Black Lives Matter signs matter. It's not so much what I do, it's what my signs say. Black Lives Matter signs matter. What it to you? It's about what I say. So I ended there. That's a little abrupt. What's it to you? It's about, what's it to you? It's about what I say. I guess I want to emphasize it's about what I say. It's not so much what I do, it's what my signs say. What's it to you? It's about what I say. All right. Black Lives Matter signs matter. I'm gonna work on this one. This is I made a pretty challenging song, but I've made it way more interesting. All right. So I'll just say it again. Black Lives, and it's so amazing how I guess you can say black, they have to be African American, all this goofiness. Signs matter. Now, I'm going to name off a couple. I should have done a little research, but I've heard it enough that I'm comfortable saying it. Before I continue, I don't know if I should do it at the end. Now I want to get it. I still want to throw this out there. Let's see. Maybe I want to say it's about what I say. Black Lives Matter, signs matter. Okay. I want to name off a couple Black Lives Matter VIPs. Okay, let's try this. Shout out. I always say, is it shout out or shout out? Shout out, shout out. I better say something different. I always think it's shout out, shout out. It must be shout out. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say shout out, shout out. Yeah, I'll look it up and I'll fix it. But shout out to Black Lives Matter VIP. Margaret 100 years strong. Sanger. Oh, but were they removing some of her? They're trying to whitewash their history, are they? 100 years strong. Planned Parenthoods in every ghetto, way more so than the nice neighborhood. All these places that are despicable are in bad neighborhoods. And I live on Lake City. The nice neighborhoods don't have pot shops. They don't have strip clubs. They're in Lake City. Planned Parenthood's not, they're in the university. They're in the hood. They're not in nice neighborhoods. Just saying. I mean, isn't that interesting? So the huge sign says 100 years strong. So for 100 years, Planned Parenthood's been a strong, respectable organization, according to their sign. And so, and they, you know, the term, I'm gonna look it up. Let me look this up. Hold on. I really made this challenging. I actually don't need a dictionary there. I got this box, so I'm doing pretty good. You hear this term eugenics. What is eugenics? Eugenesis. I don't use that kind of talk when I'm talking to people. But let's figure out what that is. Just try to raise, we just want to start a conversation. Just want to raise awareness. I want to reimagine your organization. That's, you like that? They've been saying reimagine a lot. What's that about? Okay. Eugenics. I hope I can get this spelled right. That's the only word I ever hear connected with her. Okay. Eugenics is the study of hereditary improvement by genetic control. Eugenesis an advocate of or the specialist in eugenics. Eugenic. Relating to eugenics, relating or adapted to the production of good offspring. Ooh. Now, if you look at that one, I mean, that's a little nuanced. I will say it's not like cut and dry. Yes, if you're a eugenicist, you're up to no good. It doesn't come out exactly, but it does say relating or adapted to the production of good offspring. Well, okay. You take that, relating or adapted to the production of good offspring. You have Planned Parenthood. What's that about? Now, is a good offspring one that's 100% have all their faculties and can do everything? So a bad offspring is probably someone with, say, Down syndrome. We just had Down syndrome day, World Down syndrome day. The ones that actually made it out the womb, praise the Lord. So good offspring is the focus. So there's a racial component there is what I'm saying. And there's more studying, anyone to go check into it. But you put Planned Parenthood, I've heard it said that, I don't know, the black population in this country would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 40% were not for wonderful organizations that really believe Black Lives Matter. Hadn't exterminated virtually half the population. All right. Just thought I'd share what I think is just a problem, just a rumor. Maybe not. Also, I want to say, shout out to Black Lives Matter MVP, Margaret 100 Years Strong Singer. Can't forget about. Black Lives Matter. VIP. Lyndon. I'll get them to switch. Johnson. Okay, you can do your research on what he had to say about getting the black vote switched from the Republican Party to the Democrat Party. So that's that. Well, let me start the next verse like this. That's verse 1. I'm giving it a little bit of time. Verse 2. Black lives. Where are the black lives? Talking to my man Eric about it. We know that's what's going on. The fewer the black lives, the more Black Lives Matter signs. There's it's kind of like a way to balance it out. This is a way to work out the affirmative action, I guess. In place of the actual black person living in the neighborhood, you just put a Black Lives Matter sign and you're good. All right. Black lives, where's the black lives? I don't see them, I just see the signs. Yeah, that's right. I can stop right there. I finished my thought there. So, but that's really true. It's just laughable. It's just more of the same, more of the same. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the stuff I'm saying, it gets a little redundant and tired and old, but we got to keep the battle alive. Like I said, their appetite's insatiable. See you next week.